What's up everybody? Jamil here from NYC Art Handlers in Brooklyn. Today, we're gonna show you how to wrap a piece in poly. So if you're ready, let's get it. So now we have our material rolled out. We have our level. The next step is actually cutting this material. Just make sure when you cut it, you cut enough material to cover the thing. If you don't cut it long enough, you're obviously gonna have to do a lot of these steps all over again, and that's just a waste of time. Additionally, if you just roll this plastic out and then you cut it way over there someplace, now you got a whole bunch of stuff that you just wasted. And trust me, there's enough plastic in the oceans already. We don't need your art handling mishaps to add more to it. That looks about enough, right? Get your blade out and you cut. All right, and since you don't need this anymore, get it out your way. The next step is get this thing off the table. We have to actually get the plastic spread out properly so that we can wrap this thing. That's plenty of material. No wrinkles, no buckles or anything in it. You have your piece. You're gonna lay him face down, just like that. See how I'm getting all these little creases out the corners? This will help us later when we are taping this thing. Key thing to note, when you put this down, make sure one piece of plastic overlaps the other one. You're actually making like a plastic bag, a plastic seal around this piece. And when you overlap these seams and then you put tape on it, that's how you achieve that. Now we're on to the tape, everybody. PVC tape, if I can say it properly. That's what this is. Alrighty, see that little thing I have on there? It's a courtesy tab. These are really important. Notice all my tape here has courtesy tabs on it. It will come in handy later. Put that on there, just a little bit. On the piece of plastic that's overlapping the other one. See how I grab that one underneath? See when I pull that? How this goes really nice and taut. So first thing is you put one piece of tape right here in the middle. You go into the outer edge, grabbing that plastic underneath. See all these wrinkles here? Be nice, they go away. And every time I'm making these little courtesy tabs. This is for the next person that unwraps this piece. All right, so I'm on the side of the table. We're at the ends. Now you're gonna fold these corners. Okay, take it like that, like that. Give some pressure on it, okay? Crease that plastic. This stuff actually has a good memory. So when you crease it down like that, no matter what you do from here on out, it's gonna remember coming back to this position. Take your blade out, give a little trim of that. This is just a little too long. We don't need all that. This is very similar to wrapping a present for somebody. Anybody's ever had a birthday or I don't know, you want something to look good in the package. You tighten up those corners just like that. You got your tape. Don't forget that. And the same rules apply. This piece of plastic is overlapping this piece now. You see how I'm pulling it? Just like that. Putting it like that. See how I'm pulling that? That's how you get it started. Then you come to the other side, you do the same thing again. Fold that plastic. Get your blade out. Trim it down a little bit. Get rid of that excess. Fold that over. Press it down. Get your tape ready with your little courtesy tabs. And watch what I do this time. Now I'm gonna put the tape on that first. You see how I'm pulling it? Same thing. As I get closer to putting tape on all four corners, now we're tightening it up. Up until this point, it's still relatively loose in a few places. Nice. Okay? This process is not finished yet. We now have a seam here that's open. We have a seam here that's open, and the same thing on that side. Because I like to get this super tight, I put another tab of tape right here in the middle. See how that's got a little bag to it? Put that there like that. You see how I'm holding it up? This is a step that you will use in very large, oversized pieces. Put a tab of tape on that, hold it up. See how I'm pulling that? Okay, now all we gotta do, tighten up the rest of these seams. Okay, we have all our four corners nice and tight. Got my courtesy tab prepped. Now we're just getting all these seams sealed. You see how I'm overlapping that tape? When the next individual is unwrapping this, they are going to thank me, or they should thank me. Now, if you're at home wondering, how come he keeps sliding that piece around? I can do that because I got a fancy table. I got a real nice surface on this. And you can slide things on this all day long. It doesn't do anything to the piece or the material. Same thing here. Put that tape down on that seam. Some people aren't a fan of courtesy tabs because it takes a little bit of extra time. I'm a fan of them. Makes everything look real good. We have one more seam left, right there. You see that? Piece is done. Plastic is on it. Courtesy tabs are courtesy. All the seams are sealed. Let's turn it over and take a look. Okay. Yeah, that's nice and tight. See that plastic? No wrinkles, no sags. This is what you're going for when you're trying to wrap a piece in poly, okay? This step is considered a foundation of being an art handler. You have to know how to wrap a piece in plastic. If you can't do this step, there's a whole lot of other problems you're gonna have down the road. And trust me, there are a myriad variations of doing this. I don't care how you get to it most of the time, as long as it's tight and you don't have wrinkles and sags, you're good. Alrighty, so trust me, everybody's gonna have a different variation on how you wrap a piece of plastic. I'm telling you the way that works best for me, which is probably the right way too. So, we'll call it.
Yeah.
Okay.